Hello, welcome to Good Work Now. I'm Dr. Brian Moffitt, your host. Today is another show dedicated to you small business owners out there. So whether you're thinking about starting a business, improving your existing business, or even expanding it, then you're going to want to stay tuned to this episode of Good Work Now. I'm very pleased to welcome to our show today Panda Morgan. She is the director of the Sacramento Small Business Development Center. She has over 24 years of banking experience in both operations and lending, and she has owned 3 different businesses herself and worked as a consultant for the Greater Sacramento Small Business Development Center and the Yuba Small Business Development Center. So thanks so much, Panda, for being with us today.
Well, thank you for inviting me, and I appreciate being here.
And let's start with the first question. What is the Sacramento Small Business Development Center, or the SBDC?
We're the Northeastern California Small Business Development Center, Greater Sacramento, Los Rios Community College. And great title. What we do is we provide one-on-one consulting to existing business owners or want-to-be entrepreneurs. We provide also workshops. We have a variety of workshops that we offer for startup business or existing business owners. We're finding those to be very, very helpful to business owners. But our one-on-one consulting is really very dynamic. We have excellent consultants. We have 15 of them in all different areas. Whatever you want in business, we can match you up with a consultant.
Who can receive services from your office?
Anybody who's interested, anybody who comes in. What we have a process. We see clients as appointment only, because our consultants aren't there every day. So they have certain days of the week in which they work. So we set up appointments. People fill out we call it an intake forms. Gives us a little bit of information on the client. We bring them in, set them up with an appointment. If they're a new business, we ask them to go to our Business Basics workshop first. It's a 3-hour workshop, and that workshop is it's a very, very action-packed, knowledge-packed. I say action-packed because the person who is the instructor is very, very dynamic. Lots of good information. Gives people a lot of good direction to start with. Where do you go get a business license? Do you have to have insurance? What kind of insurance do you have to have? Should you write a business plan? Those types of things, and we go into a lot more depth, and we talk a little bit about our consulting team in that workshop as well. And so it just gives people a good flavor of what we're all about, what we do, and then just helps them decide.
Sure, is this right for me?
Is this right for me?
Exactly.
Because we also find that when people get into it, they go, wow, I didn't realize there was so much to business. Business is more complicated than I thought.
Exactly.
And it's going to cost me a lot more than I thought it was going to cost me. Oh, I thought I could just, hang up my shingle and away I go. And it's not that easy.
And actually, I've heard before about the entrepreneurs or folks that are thinking about becoming an entrepreneur. Their vision is so magical and hopeful. And sometimes the realities of the business can be quite sobering.
Yes.
Can my vision survive?
Yes.
Can it survive the test of business realities and financial realities?
Yes.
And we'll talk some more about that.
And I think the financial reality is really it for most people.
Right.
Because once they realize if they don't have any money, they don't have any backing, they don't have, they have poor credit report, because that's another thing that we talk about in the Business Basics. Look at your credit report. If you have a 500 credit score, you're not going to get that loan. And so those are the types of things that we talk about, and how much of your own money do you have to inject into your business. And that's important. Those are important issues when we address people for the very first time who are thinking about going into business.
Exactly.
Yeah.
One of the things that I've heard too is that, is there a customer base out there? Like maybe you have this great idea, but you're the only one that wants it. Yes.
So that is so true.
Is there really a demand in the community for your product or service?
Yes.
And so even though you have a lot of expertise with your cadre of consultants, you really play the role of facilitator.
Yes.
It sounds like that you're facilitating people through a process, and people have these aha moments.
Yes, and they do.
Throughout the process.
Yes.
Panda, I want to thank you so much for being on the show. Great tour of what the SBDC in Sacramento has to offer. Let me go ahead and provide some contact information for the Small Business Development Center. You can find all the stuff that we've been talking about on their website. It's sbdc.net, and their address is 1410 Ethan Way, which is right near Arden. And the phone number is 916-563-3210. And be sure to stay tuned for our show next week. We're going to be focusing on internet marketing, which is going to be picking up a little bit about what Panda and I have already talked about. Getting with the program. A lot of commerce is happening on the internet. And maybe that's a chance for you to leverage more customers and expand your business. Thank you very much for watching. And until next time, keep up the good work.